This is news wrap up and dialogue what it's in. Good evening, Uncle Mr. Lala. It's been a while, have you been?
Yeah, touring around for working somewhere.
I missed you.
I miss you too.
Speculations have emerged that the General Overseer of the Redeemed Church of God, Pastor Adeboye, supports the presidential ambition of the Vice President of Nigeria, Osinbajo. Well, the report is coming after rumor had it that Osinbajo will declare his presidential ambition in the 2023 race for after the National Convention of the All Progressives Congress. Osinbajo, in a statement released on Monday, however, denied the claim that he would officially announce his plan to contest in the general elections. A support group for Osinbajo 2023 in a post on Instagram wrote, despite the ongoing campaigns against the currently rumored bid for the presidency by some interest in the Southwest, where he hails from, Osinbajo had made up his mind to give the presidencies a shot. Even more instructive was the fact that Osinbajo had received the blessing and the charge to go ahead with his ambition from key Pastor Adeboye. Those are speculations. I think those are groups that have gathered together.
Yeah, you know, we are in a political era, so it's expected. But if we should go by the official statement by the senior special assistant to the VP, Laudo Akonde, on Monday, he debunked such claims that so far so good. We have not seen on the official portal of Redeemed Christian Church of God. We have not seen it. So we have not seen it. So if you look at it very well, Pastor Adeboye has been a very principled man regarding political support. So all along he has been playing that fatherly role and the spiritual father all along. He has not really come out openly to say, look, I'm supporting previously and even now. So he has been one of the figures that has been supporting government of the day, and even the past government too. So let's watch and see.
Well, if Osinbajo decides to contest in the forthcoming presidential election, well, he would be hoping to first clinch the presidential ticket of the party ahead of the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, who many sees as his benefactor. I mean, I also saw I stumbled upon an interview recently, and an APC member was saying that Osinbajo shouldn't even come up to say that he was the vice presidency come 2023 because of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Dayo, these are mischief makers. You understand? These are mischief makers. If you check out very well, the person that is saying that, he has interest. You understand? So, I mean, you know, if we are talking about who should inherit APC ticket automatically, is there any better person than the VP or any ministers, any of the ministers that have something to show? You understand? So if we are if APC is like trying to say, okay, we want to base our 2023 ticket on performance, on record. At least if they have one or two things to show for this present administration, Osinbajo should be part of it. You understand? He has been the chairman, National Economic Council. You understand? Aside being the VP, recall that when the president himself, President Muhammadu Buhari, was ill, he stood in for him as the acting president for almost 3 months, and he did very well. So you understand? So if Nigerians are like clamoring to say, okay, look, some Nigerians are like clamoring to say, okay, throw in for the 2023 ticket in the APC. He's right. He has the constitutional right to do that. You understand? So if within the party they decide to say, okay, we are supporting him, he's right too. Just like rumors here and there, we have heard rumors regarding the Minister of Transportation, Amechi too. All these are rumors. You understand? I believe after their convention, a lot of political activities will take place. You Understand? So, but for now, let's just watch and see.
So what do you think amongst all these people that have come out to express their ambition, their interest in the upcoming election?
Yeah.
Amongst all,
all these are just speculation. So you understand. For now, you have somebody like Rocha Sokorocha from the APC. You have, in fact, I don't even know them. There are many that even Yaya Bello who is vying for that. So you understand. So, but the other persons like the VP Osinbajo is there, Amechi too, they are there. So, but what like on our own part as Nigerians, as a electorate, what matters to us is we don't want a reputation of failure. We don't want failure. I'm not trying to say that APC is failure, but have they been able to meet the yearnings of Nigerians? You understand? Today, the economy, everybody knows where the position of our economy. You understand? So, but so far, there are people that have shows interest, and there are other people who are like rumors. You understand? Of which, unlike the VP Osinbajo, we have not seen Rotimi Amechi to say, okay, he's debunking that I'm not contesting. So, his body language proved to that look, this man is interested in this thing. So, and if he throw in, he's right. He has the right to throw in. You understand? At least today, we could see that the railway transformation is a revolution. In fact, before now, the railway has been moribund. There is nothing like a railway.
Because there was something like railway.
No. Those ones are not. These are locomotives that the tracks have been washed away, and some of their assets have been carted away by thieves. So, at least you could see the Lagos Ibadan, which was completely a virgin land, a forest that was teared and the tracks was laid. It's a standard gauge railway line. So you could see that at least if APC as a government of the day, if they have anything to prove, to say, okay, this is proof of our achievement. The railway transformation, the revolution in the railway is one of it. Understand? And how did we get to that? Is under the leadership, the captainship of Rotimi Amechi. So at least we have like how many of the such projects? We have Ibadan, Lagos, we have Itakwe, Wari, Itakwe, and then the Maradi, Kanu, Kasina, Maradi. That one is online. Then we have Kanu, Kaduna. All these are mega projects, mega railway projects. You remember that something must be a springboard to other economic activities. Transportation is one of it. Transportation is backbone of the economy. So, a forward-thinking leader such as Rotimi Amechi should be given opportunity to understand. So, if it's just like rumors, he should be able to move from that rumor to reality and throw in. Understand? So, I believe he has done very well. He has something to prove that, look, I have done this. Nigerians will see it and they will give him that support.
This is also a say that Nigerians are actually looking at everything now. They're not in the right position to decide who and who they want now. But when it's very, very close to election time, because even if they begin to say, oh, this is the person we want now, this is the person that's working so hard now, the person can falter even some months before the presidential election.
In politics, every minute counts. You understand? Now we are talking. Tomorrow is 10th. You understand? Over the night, anything can happen.
Yes.
People will swing their support at any minute. But for now, let's just say, okay, what do the Nigerians want? You understand? There is something which is not right. You understand? With Nigerians. The perception of Nigerians towards politics, towards political support is waning, is diminishing. Why? Because we have had promises, unkept promises. You understand? Government will come and say, okay, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this, I will do that. And if you decide to measure it based on over 10, you discover that up to 2% they have not been able to. So you discover that with that kind of situation, you don't blame Nigerians if we decide if our interest wins, you discover that now all that Nigerians are interested in is let there be government after all. And then transition from one regime, one administration to another administration doesn't mean much to Nigerians. You understand? That is not how to run a nation. A nation must be able to touch the lives of the citizens. That dividends of democracy must reflect in average Nigerians. Nigerians are not asking for too much. They are not asking to say, come and give us money. All they are asking is secure their property, secure their lives. Then, before they talk of some other things. That's how today, come on, before we step into the studio, I read something that over 21 persons were killed in Katsina and Imo. So you discover that every day is bloodbath everywhere. So you understand? So with that kind of situation, what is the essence of the government? You understand? These are some of the key issues that Nigerians will be looking forward to. But it's far beyond mere statement, political statement. You understand? Nigerians want action. So I believe that APC as a ruling party, they have a lot to do before the February 2023 election. You understand? They have a lot to prove to Nigerians that, look, have confidence in us. You understand? I mean, but it's just unfortunate that the opposition, the People Democratic Party, PDP, it's as if they are not even existing. Their existence is based on individual interest. You understand? Which does not augur well for democracy. They should function like a political party. They should though every politician has right has right and must have a personal interest, but they should go beyond that. They should see beyond that. You understand? It can't be APC alone, and it can't be PDP alone. Other political parties too can flow. You understand? So what we are seeing now is that days to election, meaning to every minute count, just like you said. At every moment, interest could change. You understand? So I believe that within these key names we have been hearing, other people too are coming. You understand? And Nigerians at the appropriate time will decide. For now, what we are looking is what happens within the political party, because it's not you and I, it's the politician that will decide on who will fly their ticket. Ours is to wait till after the politicians have done their own within their own internal parties. After they've completed their own, then they will come to us at the general election, then we decide.
Speaking of religious houses sensitizing their members about politics and all, there's a church in Abuja that I witnessed it, and I loved what I saw. Trying to sensitize their church members to go into politics, to not to see it as a dirty game. That even if we are being taught the word of the Lord, and if you go into politics, you can as well take that into. But if you sit back and say because we are Christians or we are this and that, and we are living it for the people that you feel are bad people, how will the country be better? There's something that was also said that your prayers can't vote for you, can't vote for you, and you have to get your PVC. Well,
that church, at least they are leading by the way for others to follow. You understand? Gone are the days that people will now say the politics is a dirty game. If it is a dirty game, at the end of the day, all Nigerians will be relying on the politicians.
That they call dirty people.
That they call dirty people, playing dirty game. They will become our leaders. So we should forget about leaving it for the so-called people that call themselves politicians. Every human being, even you are a politician. You understand? There is element of politics even in your own home. You understand? Even at the family, there is element of politics. What is politics? Your ability to convince your partner to say, okay, he should be able to chicken out from his own position towards your own position. You understand? You can verbally you can talk, you can convince him. You understand? That is politics. Everybody play politics. Even in the church there is politics. Even in the mosque there is politics. So, but when we are talking about the national level, we decide to say, okay, these are politicians. they are the ones that can play dirty game. You know, although you don't blame the old stance within the religious houses, you say, this one there is for this a dirty game. But as it's because of the experiences of what happens. One, our political system here is so monetized, highly monetized. You discover that if you throw in to say, okay, you want to go for a House of Rep or Senate, you require nothing less than almost $1 billion. You understand? And by the time you spend that money and you didn't win, you go back to square one. So that is part of the dirty game that we're talking about. Or you go to the field to roll your supporters, then there and then they'll start demanding to say, Chief, give us 5,000. You understand?
Yeah.
Of which you don't have that kind of money, but you are a trustworthy somebody. But because you don't have that kind of money to throw around, they will reject you. These are the kind of dirty game. Then we have the issue of hired assassin here and there. Your political opponent will go after you with hired killers these are things that are happening. Then there are many of them, such instances that makes people to now turn their back against politics. But we cannot continue like this. Understand? Let the good people, let the men and women with wisdom step into the political arena. You understand? We are begging for leadership. That visionary leadership that we are talking about, it cannot fall from heaven. You understand? God can only help us through we ourselves exercising our franchise. If we don't exercise our franchise right, then definitely we'll continue on this path of failure. You understand? So that church, they are leading by example now. At least they should be able to convince those that have the political will to throw in. You understand? So I believe before 2023, at least a lot of men, women with substance will throw in so that Nigerians will give them their mandate.
Well, the House of Representatives has called for measures to tackle the root causes and put a stop to the rising cases of ritual killing. It's so alarming. Following the adoption of a motion on urgent public importance by Toby Nkeshuku, PDP Enugu, at the plenary on Wednesday today. The House noted that incidents of ritual killings have assumed an alarming rate in Nigeria in recent times. Presenting the motion, the lawmaker stated that there is an upsurge of reported ritual killings with increasing cases of abduction and missing persons in different parts of the country. Said in most cases, the culprit also rape, maim, kill, and obtain sensitive body parts of the unsuspecting victims for ritual. It's really, really alarming, sir.
The barbaric is as if going back to the Stone Age. You understand? It's so barbaric, cruel. You understand? So, but the question is that, is it that we are lacking in the legal framework? We have laws regarding murder. Whatever name that we decide to call it, murder is murder. Manslaughter is manslaughter. You understand? So, do we have a shortage of laws to tackle such incidences? No. It's just that our judicial justice administration is so slow. You understand? You discover that, okay, let's take the case of the teenage boys in Adeboye. You understand? That case, before the police will proceed to the court, it will take like a month or two again, because they will tell you that they are investigating. By the time they finish their investigation, it will proceed to the court. When it proceeds to the court, that case will be there lingering it will linger till 2, 3, 4 years. You understand? What is the essence of law? The essence of law is to deter. You understand? It's to deter would-be crime of such nature. You understand? But if we have a judicial administration, criminal justice administration, whereby a case of national interest, such as ritual killing, like that of Adeboye, or the OAU postgraduate student that got missing. If you have a situation whereby the case should go through the court process, and at least a month the culprit are sentenced to okay, life imprisonment, or let's say life imprisonment, you discover that people that have such criminal intent will change. But you discover that that case will drag 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and at the end of the day, the judge will now say, okay, no evidence linking the culprit to the crime, and he will be released. You understand? I believe that it's more beyond it's not like we don't have enough laws. We have enough laws. It's about reform in the police and the justice department itself. You understand? Because the police, their own is to enforce. The court is to interpret the law. You understand? So the judge or the court cannot decide on any case on their own. It's the police that serve as a prosecutors that will present evidences before the court. So it's alarming. It's alarming. The barbaric killing is annoying.
And about this Adeboye, the boy,
yes.
The issue of Adeboye, he said that he saw a
video on
Facebook of ritual killing, and he went to
you see, that reminds me of a particular case. Though it's quite a long time when I was in my NYC in the early 2000s. There's this case I followed on BBC London. Said somebody in Germany advertised that he want to test human flesh. He advertised. You understand? So, and somebody volunteered in Germany, offered himself to say, okay, he wants him to be. He volunteered himself. And he came, he visited this man now, you understand, cut the body part, put in the field, from there he's cutting bit by bit. So, what are we saying here? There are a lot of reforms that need to be done, you understand? That is why, to some extent, if you decide to criticize the government, to say, okay, coming hard on Twitter, although their own aim of banning of Twitter wasn't for the interest of Nigerians, but it's high time any country that wants its own good to regulate the content that will be posted on social media. Imagine a 17 years old boy having a phone. All he has to do with his phone is to source for, because I don't believe that the information regarding how to become a ritual killer or how to make money doesn't fall on his own timeline just like that. He must have Googled, he must have searched for it.
Yeah, some ad. You know, when you go to some sites,
you will see it.
Some ad just how to make money.
Pop up.
How to make money in 2 hours.
It will just pop up.
How to be a millionaire in 2 hours.
Dayo, we have a serious problem. If it's a 17 years old boy is already thinking of how to make money, is that not a problem? It's a very serious problem. A 17 years old boy is thinking about how to become a millionaire, how to become a billionaire. And
no, it's not even about thinking about to become because that's not even the problem. We now lack patience.
Patience.
We now lack value.
But don't you think that this thing comes from the family value? The value system is to me, it's like the value system within the family that we have been known for is diminishing. You understand? You understand? A situation like I told you last time here, a situation whereby father is outside before 7 o'clock, is already out, and he will not come back to the house until after 10. Likewise, the mother, they are all outside for the daily, for the sake of the family. So, in most cases, you now discover that the children are now left for the society. So, and that is why you see such influence from the outside. You understand? 17 years old boy. So now I want to make money. From there now, all they think about, you want to buy Benz, you want to ride this, you want to ride that. That brings us to another question, the question of the so-called fraudsters, the Yahoo boys. Understand? You know, this phenomenon of ritual killing is something that people believe that it's what influences, can I say influences, or what aid Yahoo syndicates. You understand? Because they believe that they will go through some spiritual concocted juju to be able to build. That is what they could not get ordinarily from their victims. Through that juju now they could get it. You understand? So, and they must give something back to the juju. And that is why you now see the cases of ritual killing here and there. You understand? So the National Assembly, they should help Nigerians. You understand? We cannot continue like this. You understand? They should. If the laws are not strong enough, they should make it much more tougher and strong. If the police are not properly equipped to go about their duties, they are the lawmakers. They should empower the police. They should empower the police to do their work efficiently and effectively. You understand? So we cannot continue like this. To me, I'm even scared because it seems as if the female are the most victims. You understand? So you have a young girl that because she's in love with one young man, the next thing now, the young man now will not lure her, and that's the end of the case. You understand? So, but as a woman, as a sister, as a future mother, you guys should reach out to our younger ones, our daughters. Because as men, we have a limit to what we tell our daughters and sisters. But women to women talk. You could tell them about the looming danger. Anybody can be a victim. You understand? Any woman can be a victim because these boys, they present themselves as lovers. Imagine that Adeboye incident. The young man, he met the deceased in December. The relationship started. Everything about that relationship between them is a kind of adolescent teen. You understand? 17 years, and the girl herself, the slain girl was 20. You understand? So, say she was dating somebody because the guy was rejected by the family. So now the ex-boy now introduced her to his own friend again. So his own friend. So you imagine this is why I'm saying is due to lack of parental control. You understand? Lack of parental control caused that. You understand? Both from the boys and from the girls too, from the slain girl too. You understand? So parents have to have a lot to do regarding this. You understand? You cannot leave everything to the society. Gone are the days whereby you say, okay, school inculcate that moral teaching to the children. Today, it's a different journey. So the society should contribute. The parent too. The onus is on the part of the parents. They have a lot to do. After 3 months, the children are back at home. Within that short period of 3 weeks, 1 month, they have everything that they need to become wild. So you understand? So we have a lot.
Well, thank you everyone for staying with us. And news wrap up at 12. I invite you with me. Thank you so much. Mr. Lala. You have a wonderful night. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Instagram at @aswell.news, Facebook at @aswell.news, and Twitter at @aswell.news. Thank you.